Hey guys, I've had a couple questions come through about working with this organizer and comparing the ideas that are in these three works. So looking at the organizer, remember our goal is to think about our unit question. So we really want to be comparing and contrasting how the author addresses how perceptions or beliefs affect people's ability to adapt and change. So I'm going to start with the main idea 1 here, and I'm going to navigate to my poems. So let's go to page 155, which is where the Dickinson poems. And I think that when we think about the idea of change, I think that we grow accustomed to the dark poem really relates to that. So there's a change in light and dark, and without even really thinking about it, our bodies just automatically adjust to these, our senses automatically adjust to these things. It's part of who we are and how we work. So in that line of thought, I think that this line here, then fit our vision to the dark and meet the road erect, really speaks to that. So I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to copy it, Control C, and I'm going to come back to my organizer. And in my organizer, I'm going to use the quotation marks, Control V, and I'm going to put that quotation into my organizer. End quote. Oops, I'm having a little bit of trouble there with that. So I'll correct that in a minute. So then we fit our vision to the dark. And again, that main idea is about how our perceptions and how we're capable of change. And we're capable of change kind of naturally. It's part of our human condition. So I'm going to save my reasoning for that, and I'm going to go now over to the Neil deGrasse Tyson essay. So going back to the Neil deGrasse Tyson essay, when I think about our human ability to adapt and change, Tyson does address that in this essay, and he addresses it several times, but I think the most clear point of reference is when he says this: discovering new ways of knowing has always heralded new windows on the universe that tap into our growing list of non-biological senses. So this quotation speaks to how we are always developing these new ways of knowing, that we are able to go beyond our senses and adapt and change and grow. So I'm going to take this again, Control C. I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to note that page number. I'm getting this off of page 166 so I can cite it on my document. And I'm going to go into the evidence, Control V, and paste it. And of course I have to change my font back here. So let me put this in quotation marks. (161), and this was page 156. Okay, so these 2 points are similar. There's some differences to them, but that means that I could speak to that in the analysis. So now I'm going to go down to my reasoning because I've started developing my ideas. And my reasoning for this quote suggests that as humans, We are very adaptable to change. Now this suggests something very similar, as I said, that as humans, we rely not only on our senses, to grow and change, but how our minds develop technology. Now, my analysis of these two ideas together, in this set box, I'm going to talk about how those ideas are similar. That Dickinson is, from a different time period before we had a lot of the technological advances that we do. But she's talking about how capable we are of change, how adjusting to these different scenarios and how our senses lead us through this. And Neil Tyson develops that and expands on that idea that it's not just our senses, but as we've grown as technologically capable people, that we are even more equipped now to adapt and change. So I would put that in this box. All right. I hope this helps a little bit figuring out the similarities and the differences. Just make sure that you are focusing on this question up here. How does our perception or belief affect people's ability to adapt and change? Good luck.